Welcome to Short Takes here on Sparks 1524. I'm Nathaniel Miller. Mythology is always rooted in truth. However, sometimes what we think are merely myths turn out to actually be true. American mythology holds that Molly Pitcher picked up a weapon and joined the front lines against the British when her husband was wounded during Revolutionary War combat. However, this particular myth is no myth at all. Molly Pitcher was a real woman who picked up a real weapon during the Revolution. Although the nickname Molly Pitcher was used for many women who followed their husbands into the Continental Army camps, providing water, food, and other support, the legacy of Molly Pitcher herself was likely inspired by three women during the war. Mary Hayes was carrying water to the soldiers during the 1778 Battle of Monmouth Courthouse when she saw her husband, a cannoneer, fell during battle. It's unclear if he was stricken by heat exhaustion or injury, but he went down. Mary dropped her bucket, instead grabbing her husband's tools and helping crew the cannon. Joseph Plum Martin, a Connecticut native and Continental soldier, recorded the incident in his 1830 memoir. His record of Mary's heedless courage even tells that she responded to a bullet tearing through her skirt, narrowly missing her legs, by saying, "Well, that could have been worse," before returning to battle. General Washington was so impressed by Mary that he issued her a warrant as a non-commissioned officer in the Continental Army. For the rest of the war, she was called Sergeant Molly. Although Mary Hayes seems to be the woman most associated with the legend of Molly Pitcher going mainstream, there were numerous other women who also picked up a weapon during the war. Margaret Corbin's husband John, also a cannoneer, was killed during the 1776 Battle of Fort Washington. Margaret put aside her grief like a soldier, taking his place to help man the cannon until she was wounded in the arm. Deborah Sampson is yet another woman whose patriotism led her into battle, only Deborah disguised herself as a man and became a common soldier. According to the 1797 biography, The Female Review, Life of Deborah Sampson, the Female Soldier in the War of Revolution, Sampson served for 17 months before her sex was discovered. She was honorably discharged in 1783, going on to become one of the first women ever to give public lectures on military service. Although the nickname Molly Pitcher was applied to multiple women, every one of the women who carried that honorific were real American ladies who took up arms during the bloody war for our independence. The legacy of courage and service to country these women left behind helped fuel the slow but inexorable momentum of the women's rights movement. This has been Short Takes from Sparks 1524. Have a great patriotic day and go do great things.